Anna's story, a struggle with the darkness. Anna is a young woman who, at first glance, seems to have it all: a good job, a loving family, and friends who are always there for her. But what many don't see is the inner struggle she faces every day. Behind Anna's smile hides a silent struggle, a struggle against the darkness within her. This darkness is not visible, but it is always there, lurking in the shadows of her thoughts. She feels empty, exhausted, and hopeless. Every day is a new battle, an attempt to overcome the darkness and find a little light. The joy of life seems to have disappeared, replaced by a heavy weight that she feels every day. This weight makes it difficult to motivate herself, even for the simplest tasks. Anna's story is not an isolated case. More and more people worldwide suffer from mental health problems. These problems are often invisible, but they are real. The World Health Organization estimates that over 300 million people worldwide suffer from depression. This number shows how widespread this problem is and how many people need help. What are the causes of this increase? And what can we do to reverse this trend? It is important that we ask ourselves these questions and look for solutions to improve the lives of people like Anna. The roots of suffering: biology and psyche in interaction. Our mental health is a complex interplay of many factors. To understand the causes of mental illness, we need to look at both our body and our mind. It is important to recognize the physical and psychological dimensions. Biological factors play an important role. They are often the invisible background of our daily experiences. Our genes, hormones, and the chemistry in our brain influence our mood and behavior. These biological foundations can make us more susceptible to certain mental illnesses. Equally important, however, are psychological and social influences. Our environment and the people around us shape our thoughts and feelings. Traumatic experiences, stress, loneliness, and lack of social support can leave deep scars on our souls and affect our mental health. These experiences can have long-term effects. It is the interplay of these factors, biological, psychological, and social, that determines whether we stay healthy or become ill. Only by understanding these complex interactions can we find effective ways to heal and prevent. Our changing brain: how experiences shape our biology. Our brain is a complex organ that is constantly learning and adapting. Every experience we have shapes our neural networks. Whether it's a new hobby we're learning or a difficult situation we need to master. Positive experiences strengthen healthy connections that help us think and feel better, while negative experiences can solidify harmful patterns. These negative patterns can burden us in the long run. Chronic stress, for example, can lead to changes in the hippocampus, an area of the brain responsible for learning and memory. These changes can impair our ability to store and retrieve new information. This can lead to difficulty concentrating, memory lapses, and, in the worst case, even depression. It is important to be aware of this. For example, think about a stressful, burdensome time in your life and how it felt for you. It's perfectly normal for you to feel bad and down, but it is also a reminder of how important it is to take care of our mental health. Scars of the past: trauma and its long-term consequences. Traumatic experiences such as abuse, violence, or the loss of a loved one can leave deep emotional wounds. they can permanently alter our nervous system and lead to mental illnesses such as post-traumatic stress disorder. People with PTSD often suffer from flashbacks, nightmares, and emotional numbness. They avoid situations that remind them of the trauma and often feel isolated and misunderstood. Together, instead of alone, the power of support. Social relationships are essential for our mental health. A strong social network where we feel safe and understood, like our family, friends, or like-minded people, can give us support in difficult times and strengthen our resilience. A ray of hope on the horizon. Political measures for more mental well-being. Access to affordable and high-quality mental health care must be improved. Disadvantaged groups in particular, such as people on low incomes, minorities, or people in rural areas, need more support. Preventive measures that start in childhood and adolescence, for example in schools, are also important to prevent the development of mental health problems. Seeing the big picture, a holistic view of the crisis. To meet the challenge of mental illness, we need a holistic approach that considers biological, psychological, and social factors. We need to fight the stigma surrounding mental illness. Let's get rid of "don't be so dramatic" or "it's not that bad," and promote an open dialogue on this important topic. Every individual counts. What we can do. Each and every one of us can do our part to improve mental health in our society. Pay attention to your own mental health and don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. Be attentive to those around you and offer support if you notice that someone is not doing well. Use natural resources such as nature, silence, and meditation, which can serve as sources of strength to recharge your batteries for everyday life. Hope for the future. Together for more mental health. The rising number of mental illnesses is a challenge, but not an insurmountable hurdle. By understanding the causes, improving access to help, and creating a climate of understanding and support, we can work together to pave the way for a future where mental health is a matter of course for all people.